डियर स्टूडेंट्स, वेलकम बैक टू स्टडी विद वैष्णवी झा। तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं आज का हमारा दिन विद एक्सरसाइज क्वेश्चंस वेयर वी लेफ्ट इन द अर्लियर क्लास। सो आज हमको करना है क्वेश्चन नंबर 12 से। सो लेट्स स्टार्ट। ओके, फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज 12th question is several electric bulbs designed to be used on a 220 volt electric supply line are rated 10 watt. Okay, let us first write the given condition. The question says that the potential difference is 220 volt and it says that the rate of this bulb, that means power, is 10 watt. Okay, this is a condition given for one bulb. Now you have to calculate how many lamps can be connected in parallel with each other across the two wires of 220 volt line if the maximum allowable current is 5 ampere. Okay, so maximum current that can pass is 5 ampere. So see, what is this question basically asking? The question has given a condition, right? The condition is that potential difference is 220 volt and power is 10 watt. Now the question is asking you that how many these lamps, not bulb, these are lamps. So question is asking how many these lamps should be connected. How many these lamps should be connected so that the maximum current gets of 5 ampere. Okay, so first we calculate that this one lamp gives how much amount of current, right? So we know the value P is equal to VI, right? And we know the value of P here. We know the value of V here. And we know the value, and we have to calculate the value of I. So don't do that mistake again. I repeat it again and again and again. And the reason is that despite my saying again and again the same thing, you will do that only, that you will send this I in the left hand side and you will take this 10 in the right hand side, and then you will do the wrong question. So keep it in mind that you have to send the non-family member to the other side, and the non-family member here is what? 220, correct? So 10 upon 220 is equal to I. Don't put unit. Don't put unit while solving. It will get you confused. So now 0, 0 cancel. So what is the amount of current that we are getting from one bulb? We are getting 1 by 22 ampere of current from one bulb, right? This much amount of current we get from one bulb. How many bulbs will be required for 5 ampere? Let us do it by unitary method, which we have already studied in our junior classes. Number of bulbs required for 1 by 22 ampere current. How many bulbs? 1, because this is the data of one bulb. Now you have to calculate number of bulbs required for 5 ampere of current, right? अगर 1 by 22 का डेटा ये है तो 5 एम्पियर का कितना होगा? Will it be 1 upon 1 by 22 into 5? किसी को इसमें कोई डाउट? बता दो। देखो, Number of bulbs required for 120 ampere of current is 1. So number of bulbs required for 1 ampere of current, if you know the value of something and you have to calculate the value of 1, what do? You divide. So 1 upon 1 by 22. And now you have to calculate the number of bulbs for 5 ampere. So you know the value of 1, you have to calculate the value for many, for which you do multiplication. So now this is how we get this value, and it will be 22 into 5. So it will be 110 bulbs. 110 bulbs or lamps, sorry. 110 lamps. सब जगह बल्ब की जगह लैम्प कर लेना, इट इज इन क्वेश्चन लैम्प इज गिवन. बट यहाँ लैम्प से फर्क नहीं पड़ता, बल्ब से फर्क नहीं पड़ता, यहाँ पे फर्क पड़ता है कि आप क्वेश्चन से क्या समझ रहे हैं. सो हियर द क्वेश्चन सेज, अगेन आई एम रिपीटिंग, देयर इज अ कंडीशन गिवन फॉर वन बल्ब, ओके, and you have to calculate how many such bulbs can be applied, can be used to calculate the maximum value for 5 ampere, so that these bulb release the maximum value of 5 ampere. So what should we do? So first we calculated the value of current, right, for one bulb, and after that we used our unitary method, that if this much amount of current is required, if this much amount of bulb is needed for this much amount of current, then what will be the number of bulbs required by maximum current. So this is how we did this question. Let us move on to next question, which is question number 13th. What does this question say? It says that a hot plate of an electric oven connected to a 220 volt line has two resistance coils A and B, each of 24 ohm resistance, which may be used separately, series and parallel water current in 3 cases. So there are 3 conditions given, okay. The question says that an electric oven has 2 resistors, and both resistors are of 24 ohm, right, and these two 24 ohm resistors are connected in 3 arrangements. So first arrangement is where these two are used separately, where these two are used separately, like this, and you have given the values of V, that is 220 volt. So this is given to be 220 volt, and resistance you already know, that is 24 ohm. So you have to calculate, this is the first condition, okay. Let me take the duster first. So this is the first condition, that in which you have to calculate the value of current, right. So what will be the value of current for this? We know it very well by Ohm's law. It is very easy by Ohm's law, right? By Ohm's law, V is equal to IR. V is equal to IR. We know that V is 220. I we have to calculate. R is 24. So what will be the value for this? 220 upon 24. What to do now? Cancel it. Cancel it by 2. Okay? You can cancel it by 4 also. Now see, what is the divisibility test of 4? How do I come to know that this number, both the numbers can be divided by 4? 4 का rule ये होता है that if the last 2 digits, right, if the last 2 digits of the number are coming in the table of 4, right, if the last 2 digits number are divisible by 4, then you can say that this number is This number is going to cancel by 4. Cancelled by 4. So here last two digits are what? 20. Right? So 20 comes in the table of 4. 4 5s are 20. So it will be cancelled by 4. And 24 we already know that 4 6 are 24. Right? So 4 6 are 24 and 4 5s are 20 and 4 5s are 20. Now cancel it 6. 9s are 54.10. Right? Then 6 ones are 6 and 40. 6 6 are 36. So the current in this case comes out to be 9.16 ampere. You can say that this is the value for I1 for this resistor. Okay. If this is R1, then this is the value of I1. And same values we will get for I2 because the values are totally same. The battery is of 220 volt only and the resistor is of 24 ohm only. So the current will be same. So you can write it here that similarly I2 will be equal to 9.16 ampere. Okay. So this is the first condition given in question. The question says that if the two resistors are connected separately, then what will be the current? So we calculated it. Now in next part the question says that if we connect these two resistors in series, then what will be the current? So we'll see that, but first take the screenshot of it. Okay, so question number 13 and part number 2. So the second part says that if these two resistors are connected in series, right, to again the same 220 volt supply line, then what will be the value for I? Now you know how to calculate current when the resistors are connected in series. So do it, okay? So first we will calculate what? We will calculate net resistance, okay? And we know that for series R net is equal to R1 plus R2. And here R1 is 24, R2 is 24. So what will be the net resistance? 48 ohm. So here the net resistance value is 48 ohm. Okay. Now you have the net resistance value, which means that instead of these two resistors, we can make one resistor of 48 ohm. हम इन दोनों की जगह पे एक रेजिस्टर लगा सकते हैं 48 ओम वाला, है ना। अब आपके पास R आ जाएगा 48 ओम, आपके पास V है, तो क्या होगा, आपको करंट की वैल्यू मिल जाएगी। तो चलिए कैलकुलेट करते हैं। बाय ओम्स लॉ V is equal to IR. V is 220. I we have to calculate and R is what? 48. Now what will be the value of I? Again 48 is from the different family, so it should come at this side. हमें पता ही है ये 4 से कैंसिल हो जाएगा, 48 भी 4 के टेबल में और ये भी, तो 4 12 4 4 5 20 and 4 5 20. Now this number will not be cancelled, so I'll directly cancel it by 12. 12 4s are 48, 12 4s are 48, it will be 70, 12 5s are 60 and 12 9s are 108. So 4.59 ampere is the value for current in series, right? 4.59 ampere of current will pass through both of these resistors. And next, coming to third part, which says that what will be the current if these resistors are connected in what? Parallel. So let us connect these resistors in parallel. To 20 volt, R1 is again 24, R2 is also again 24. So now again you have to calculate what? The net resistance value. So let us calculate it. 1 by R net is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2, which clearly means that 1 by R net is equal to 1 by 24 plus 1 by 24. LCM लेने की जरूरत ही नहीं है. 2 upon 24, it will be cancelled. 1 by 12. So we got the value for R net, that is 12 ohm. That is what? 12 ohm. But what you have to calculate? You have to calculate the value for I. आपको करंट निकालना है. तो करंट निकालने के लिए हम जानते हैं कि पैरेलल की जब बात की जाए तो V यहां भी सेम रहता है, यहां भी सेम रहता है. V always remains same, which means we can calculate a separate I for this and separate I for this, and then उसके बाद हम टोटल I कर देंगे. या फिर आप क्या कर सकते हैं, आर नेट तो आपके पास आ ही चुका है, राइट? टोटल V आपके पास है ही, तो देरी किस बात की, आई निकाल दो. सो बाय ओम्स लॉ हमें टोटल करंट ही तो चाहिए ना, हमें थोड़ी कुछ और चाहिए. बाय ओम्स लॉ V इज इक्वल टू आई आर. V is 220. I we have to calculate and R is what? 12. So I is equal to 220 upon 12. Now calculate it by 4, right? Cancel it by 4. 4 3s are 12 and 4 5s are 5s are. So now 55 by 3. And we cancel it. Okay, if we cancel it, we will get 18 point. 3 18s are 54.33. Okay, so net current that we get here is 18.33 ampere. So this is the answer, 18.33 ampere. So you can take a screenshot of it and this question is done. Okay, so now question number 14. What does question number 14 says? It says that we have to compare the value for power that is in 2 ohm resistor. Power निकालना है 2 ohm resistor में. If a 6 volt battery in series with 1 ohm and 2 ohm resistors. See, 6 ohm की जो हमारी 6 volt की जो हमारी बैटरी है, बैटरी कितने वोल्ट की है? 6 वोल्ट की, और इसको कनेक्ट किया गया है 1 और 2 ohm के साथ सीरीज में, इस तरीके से 1 ohm और 2 ohm के साथ सीरीज में. एंड नाउ यू हैव टू कैलकुलेट व्हाट? यू हैव टू कैलकुलेट द पावर, राइट? पावर ऑफ 2 ohm रेजिस्टर. आपको निकालना है पावर कितना है 2 ohm रेजिस्टर में. सो नाउ व्हाट डू वी डू? लेट अस फर्स्ट कैलकुलेट आर नेट. पहले तो हम इन दोनों का क्या निकाल लेते हैं? आर नेट वैल्यू निकाल लेते हैं. बोलोगे क्यों? क्योंकि भाई आर नेट वैल्यू निकाल के हमको आई मिल जाएगा. अब आई मिल गया, उसके बाद वही आई यहां भी होगा, वही आई यहां भी होगा, है ना? तो हमारे पास आई होगा, आर होगा, हम पावर निकाल लेंगे। तो चलिए करते हैं फिर इस तरीके से। सबसे पहले निकाल लेते हैं क्या, आर नेट। आर नेट कितना आ जाएगा, हमें पता है आर नेट इज इक्वल टू R1 प्लस R2। R1 कितना है 1, R2 कितना है 2, आर नेट आ गया 3 ओम। आर नेट आ गया कितना, 3 ओम। अब यही आर नेट जो है हमें मिल गया और V हमारे पास है, तो बाय ओम्स लॉ हम ये कह सकते हैं दैट V इज इक्वल टू आई आर। V है 6, I पता नहीं, R है 3, I निकल जाएगा 6/3 दैट इज 2 एम्पेयर। I आ चुका है 2 एम्पेयर। ये I यहां भी यही रहेगा, इसके लिए भी 2 एम्पेयर, इस रेजिस्टर के लिए, और इस रेजिस्टर के लिए भी I कितना रहेगा, 2 एम्पेयर रहेगा। हमें तो पावर सिर्फ इसी का चाहिए ना, तो पावर निकाल लेते हैं। पावर फॉर 2 ohm resistor, right? We know that we have I, we have R, so power is equal to I square R, right? And what is I? It is 2 ampere, so 2 ka square into R. What is R? It is 2 ohm. So 4 into 2, here we get 8 watt. This is the value for power. Correct? This is the value for power. Now, we have to calculate the second part also. What is the second part? It says that there is a 4-volt battery connected in parallel. Parallel में लगा है किसके साथ, 12 वोल्ट 2 ओम रेजिस्टर के साथ। 4 वोल्ट है, ये 12 ओम है और ये 2 ओम है। आपको क्या निकालना है, पावर। अब इसमें कुछ बच्चे करते हैं ऐसे कि मतलब इसमें आई निकालते हैं, मतलब आर नेट निकालते हैं एंड देन उसको मतलब उससे पावर निकालते हैं, करंट निकाल के। इतना करने की जरूरत ही नहीं है, बिकॉज वी नो दैट इन पैरेलल वी रिमेन सेम। तो वी जो है वो यहाँ भी उतना रहेगा और यहाँ भी वही रहने वाला है। सो वी इज 4 वोल्ट फॉर बोथ ऑफ देम, एंड सिंस फॉर 2 ओम रेजिस्टर, for 2 ohm resistor, हमको मालूम है that V is 4 volt and R is 2 ohm, because we have to calculate power in 2 ohm resistor, right? So that is why, and we know that power is equal to V square by R. So we will put the values 4 into 4 upon 2. So what do we get? We get 8 watt only. Right? So what will be if we calculate, we get both the powers as same, that is 8 watt only, 8 watt only. 4 वोल्ट यहाँ भी, 4 वोल्ट यहाँ भी, एंड हमारे पास V है, हमारे पास R है। We know the value for power, that is V square by R, that is 4 into 4 upon R, that is 2, so it is 8 watt। एंड यहाँ पे हमने क्या किया है, हमें पता है सीरीज में करंट तो सेम रहता है, तो हमने पहले आर नेट की वैल्यू निकाली। आर नेट की वैल्यू थी 3 ओम। हमने देखा टोटल करंट कितना होगा सर्किट में, हमें मिला टोटल करंट 2 एम्पेयर, और फिर इसी 2 एम्पेयर को हमने दोनों में डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर दिया। हमें पता है पावर इज इक्वल टू आई स्क्वायर आर, सो हियर वी गेट पावर इज इक्वल टू 8 वॉट। So this is how we have to calculate the power in both of them. Take a screenshot of it.